All right, hello everyone, and welcome to your follow-along personal training video with yours truly, Samantha here, with Sweat House and Strength Counselling. Oh yeah, here we go, people. So today we're going to go through a core workout. So this is for beginners to intermediate. If you've had any type of injuries, or especially lower back injuries, this is so good for these injuries. So I just want to introduce my partner in crime here. This is Nilsy. So he's going to be performing the exercises today as I guide you guys through this. So right away here, I'm just going to mention that he actually has a couple injuries that he's working with, so he's going to be moving a little bit slower. So just be mindful if you have any injuries as well, just to keep that in mind as you're going through these movements. So like I said, today we're going to be doing core. So the basic fundamentals of core and how we can develop a really strong, solid foundation, since that is where we house everything. So our core, including our abdominals, all parts of the abdominals, transverse abdominals, rectus abdominals, obliques, and of course our back, and also our glutes are included in our core as well, good stabilizers for that lower back. So what I'll get everybody to do right now is we're just going to start off lying on your back, just like Nosy is right now, and he is just going to start off with a good number of deep breaths in and out. So try to breathe in through the nose, and exhaling either out of the mouth or out of the nose, whatever works best for you today. If you're feeling a little bit stuffed up, it's okay to breathe through the mouth, but it's best to breathe through the nose as much as we can, just to be able to warm our core up from the inside. So that's what we're going to be doing here. So allow let's do about a minute here of just straight breathing. So what I want you to notice is the belly rising and falling. In order to contract properly, we must be able to understand what it feels like to relax properly. If we're able to relax all of the muscles, we'll be able to better lengthen them and to strengthen them as well. So just spend a little time relaxing the body and also getting your mind into your body, where you can feel different sensations and you can pick up on any cues that your body is giving you today of what it needs from you today, whether you move a little bit slower, even though we will be doing that through this workout pretty much as well, or whether you just need to scale it back or push it a little bit more today. Very, very important to start with these things. So let's do a few more breaths here. For these next couple of breaths, I want you now to forcefully fold the belly inwards on your exhale. So inhale, expand the belly, and exhale, pull the belly button into center. Inhale, expand, and belly button pulls in on the exhales. We'll do a few more. I don't know if you can see, but Mildy's belly is really getting pushed out here. And then he's exhaling and he's pulling his belly button inwards and also upwards, which is really crucial here. We usually just pull the belly inwards when we're trying to contract the core, at least most of us, the majority of people out there. I know I did when I was first starting, but I forgot to, or I didn't know, to pull the belly upwards as well to maintain that lift out of the hips so we're not sinking into our hips or sinking into our back. This is going to be very critical throughout the workout today, so keep that in mind. All right, we'll just do one more here. Pull the belly in, feel that beautiful contraction. And so now we're going to bring our feet towards our mat, so knees will be placed up towards the ceiling. Beautiful, perfect. So what we're going to be doing here is some pelvic tilt. So this is also just a good warm-up for the body and to make sure that we're contracting properly. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to pull the tailbone down towards your heels, okay? So yeah, there you go, good. And Milsy, if you could just raise this arm or put it up to your side, just so they may have a better idea. Okay, so just release that there, Milsy. So he's tilting his hips. So he's pulling his tailbone down towards his heels on his exhale. And then on his inhale, he's going to release that and just come back to center. So if you could even touch your hips. So basically the movement is here. So if I'm standing, I'm doing the same movement. So this is the pelvic tilt, pull it in, lengthening the spine, and then just relaxing back into your natural spine curve. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull in, so tailbone down towards your heels, and we're going to hold this for 20 seconds. So let's do that now. Beautiful. Pull the belly button in and maintain that beautiful curve. You could even take your other hand here or one of your hands and put it underneath your back just to make sure that it's pressing into the floor as much as you can. And we're feeling that beautiful contraction down in the lower belly and even underneath the lower belly a little bit here. So keep contracting for 3, for 2. Now we're going to do 10 repetitions of this. So let it go. And then pull it in. On is exhale, let it go. Inhale and exhale, pull it in. Beautiful, that's 2. Inhale here. Exhale. Beautiful, get that strong contraction, keep going. So this can be done at your own tempo, your own pace, but do try to follow along to Millsy's tempo here. Inhale, exhale, that's 5. Inhale, release, exhale, contract. Beautiful job. You're doing really, really good here. I hope you are too at home and feeling the contraction. So this might be hard for some of you. This might feel easy, and so it should, but all we're doing is just activating our muscles here, especially in our lower belly. Exhale, pull it in, and we'll just do one more repetition. So inhale and exhale, pull the tailbone towards you and release. Beautiful job. All right, so I'm going to perform this here. So now we're going to come to lay on our bellies. Oh, and I just want to point out, if you want to play some music in the background, that's also really good. We have a little bit of music playing here, not that you can hear that, but just for an extra motivation for yourself, play something that you really like. All right, so we're going to come to lay on our bellies. Now this one is going to be the same idea as what we just did, laying on our backs, but now we're laying on our bellies. So having your hands supporting your head, just like so, so it keeps the whole body aligned. So now from here, we're doing the same pelvic tilt, except now we're down on our belly, so it's going to feel a little bit different. So from here, I'm really nice and relaxed. As I exhale, I'm doing the same thing. I'm keeping my feet on the floor, and I'm pulling my tailbone towards my heels now. My upper body is staying as relaxed as I can, and then I'll let it go. So as I exhale, I'm pulling the belly in, and you should feel your belly slightly lift off the floor. Okay, it won't fully lift off the floor, especially for some of us, and that's okay, but we're just looking for that slight little lift. So same idea. So once we have that in order, again, we're going to do 20 seconds of holding and then 10 repetitions on top of that. All right, so here we go. So inhale and then exhale, turn, push the belly in. Yep, there you go, perfect. Hold that position. Perfect, so tailbone straight towards your heels. And careful not to hold your breath here, because that will tend to happen. But just do your best while you're breathing. That could take some practice to hold that contraction in 3, in 2, and 1. Now let's just do straight repetitions. So let it go. Exhale, contract. Pull the belly in and upwards. Tailbone down towards your heels. Beautiful. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, contract. Inhale, let it go. Exhale, contract. Good, let's keep going. Inhale here. Exhale, contract. We're halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Belly button inwards, upwards. Beautiful work. Okay, we've got 2 more to go here. And last one. Inhale. Exhale, release. Beautiful. All right, you can shake that out. Hopefully that felt turn it on to our backs. So that was considered our warm-up here, so really good job. So let's turn it on to our backs. Whenever you're ready. How are you feeling there, David?
I'm worried about walking down the bottom of my feet.
Oh, okay.
So I walk above my head.
That's perfect. I will definitely do that. His bumped ankle is getting a little nervous. Looking good. He's still doing a good job. All right, so let's place the soles of the feet towards the mat again. Adjusting as need to. All right, so now Millsy's not going to be able to put a whole bunch of pressure onto his foot today. So I'm actually going to be doing this with you guys as well. So this is going to be a hip bridge with the pelvic tilt that we just learned. So from here on our backs, we're going to do that pelvic tilt, so tailbone down towards the heels. Now from here, as soon as I do that, I'm going to start to push into my feet, and I'm going to start to lift up into a hip bridge. So now I'm going to hold that and maintain that hold with a tailbone tuck. So Bill's just going to do his best there. Good. And then hold that. And really think about, again, pulling the belly button inwards and upwards and maintaining that nice long spine, right? So tailbone towards his knees. We have about 8 more seconds left here, continuing to breathe. And then we're going to go for 10 reps. 3, 2, 1, slowly lower everything down. So think about touching each vertebrae on the floor. The tailbone should be the last thing to lower. All right, once you're down on the floor, tuck the tailbone under, and then rise up into the hip bridge. Beautiful, he's actually doing really good here, so I don't need to do anything. And then again, slowly lower. So think as you're going to be inhaling. Inhale here, exhale, tuck the tailbone under, pull up. And then use the inhale to actually lower all the way down. And then exhale just to settle. Good. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the tailbone under and rise up. Beautiful. As soon as you reach your maximum height, come on down, roll the vertebrae all the way down. Tailbone will be the last thing to come on, onto the mat or onto the floor, wherever you are. And let's keep going. Good, moving nice and slowly. Mildy's doing an absolutely perfect job and moving nice and slow. Perfect. We're going to be doing about 4 more here. So resist the urge to go fast. Even if this seems a little bit easy for you, it's not about whether it's easy or hard, it's about whether we're contracting properly or not. So make sure you feel everything, that lower belly, the diaphragm breathing, which is actually an essential part of our core strength, is using our diaphragm properly. So making sure that we continue to breathe through this. So we have 2 more to go. Vertebrae all the way down towards the floor. Perfect. Okay, so wonderful. So right here, again, we're going to use that pelvic tilt and we're going to go into dead bugs. So keep it to lay on your back. This time, the knees are going to come up. So right away, we're going to tuck that tailbone under, have that nice solid pelvic tilt, just to be able to keep our legs, knees over top of our hips. Okay, then our arms are going to go up, so we look like a dead bug here, right? Okay, so now, we're going to head our right arm and our left leg to straight. So send it back. And then bring it forward. And then go to the other side. Right? So maintain that pelvic tuck, that neutral spine, nice and slow. And then bring it back. All right, so now let's just place the feet on the floor for just a moment. So this is where it's going to get now quite tough. So go to the level where you can. So your leg can either come up, it can go down bent if that's easier for you, or else it can lengthen out. So that's going to be a little bit harder. You might be able to bring it a little bit lower to intensify that, all the while maintaining that knee over hip with the other leg. That's where it gets hard because we'll want to pull that knee inwards. All right, so we're going to hold each side. We're actually going to do just one side per time. So 20-second hold, 10 reps on one side, and then we'll move to the other side. All right, so let's give it a go here, Milsey. So bring the legs up, good. Knees are in line with hips, so that's wonderful. All right, so let's just do one side here. So bringing one arm back, the opposite leg forward. There you go, good. Now hold and maintain that. So you might actually, if your leg is straight, you actually will feel a little bit of a quadricep contraction too at the top of your thigh. Maintaining that nice, beautiful hold. Making sure that back isn't arching, right? We're maintaining that hold. If it starts to, Millsy actually just bent the knee, if you saw that. His back was starting to arch, so he bent it. All right, so let's go for some reps. So bring it back in. So now do the same side, 10 repetitions. So nice and slow, maintaining that beautiful pelvic tilt, and close it back in. And again, Millsy's going at a really good tempo right now. I'm sure you have maybe seen this move before, but we like to do it really fast, don't we, most of the time. So we're going to slow things down and try to match your inhales with your movement and your exhales with your movement as well. There we go, working here a little bit more now. Excellent. Good, we've got 5 more to go on this side. Good, solid breaths, focus. We have 2 more to go. Nice job out there. Good job, Elsie. This looks like it might be getting a little bit tough. Good, breath is getting strong. And beautiful. If you need a break, you can put down your legs. Oh, there we go. So hopefully we felt that a lot in the abdominals. Yeah, how'd that feel?
Feels good, yeah.
Feels good, yeah. I don't know if you can hear his British accent, but...
Lots of injuries here. Elbow, ankle, lower back. Just hanging on.
We're fixing him up right. We're doing this, yeah. He's lucky he has a personal trainer as a girlfriend, as a partner in life, eh? Okay. All right, well, let's do the other side if you haven't gotten into it already. So let's lift up. And now we're doing the opposite side. Again, a 20-second hold to start. And beautiful. So I always like to go a little bit, nope, just to hold. We're just holding, yeah, there we go, hold that, perfect, nice. Beautiful, so me personally, I love, just depending how I feel that day, I start a little bit further back than I would, right? Like, so I start a little bit further back, and then I see if I can maintain that for a little bit, and then I will lengthen out, right? So I'll always do an easier regression first, and then I go into the progression, which is making it harder. In 3, in 2, and 1, beautiful, let's bring that leg back in. Let's do the same side, 10 repetitions. Again, going with that nice, beautiful, slow movement. Make sure that have that pelvic tuck in, so belly button inwards and upwards as we lower. Right? And some of us, we might want to put the feet down in between each reps, just depending on where you are in your fitness journey and your core strengthening journey. So remember, form is everything. So if you lose that strength in the belly and the back starts to lift off, reset yourself. There's no issues at all in resetting. That's actually preferred so that you can always maintain a beautiful spine, beautiful sense of core strength. We have 3 more to go. Good, beautiful. Last one here. And beautiful, placing the feet back down. So we're going to do another set of the pelvic tilts with the hip bridge and the dead bugs. All right, so we know where to take this. Yeah. So first we're going to do the hip bridge. So tucking our tailbone under and then lifting up, and we're going to hold and maintain this for 20 seconds. Here we go. Beautiful. So now that we got a sense of that tailbone and the strength of our core, see if you can relax the glutes just a little bit. So your bum. All right, they'll still tense. They will still tense for sure. But just try to see if you can relax them a little bit. Maybe the quads might engage a little bit more. In 3, 2, 1, slowly roll everything down. Each vertebrae touches as soon as you touch. and you relax for a second, then please pull back up again. So here's our repetitions. And all the way down to lower, making sure you're getting that beautiful wave of the spine here. That's really what we're looking for. We're looking for that mobility of the spine. Excellent job. Beautiful. And I know you at home right now or wherever you are also doing just amazing because you're giving your best to every workout you do, right? To your understanding, to your knowledge of how your body works and what you're getting out of this video. Perfect. Nice job. We have 3 more to go. See if you can relax the upper body a little bit more, like the chest or the shoulders. Maybe your face is crunching. Good, last one to go. And all the way down. Beautiful. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to go back into that dead bug. So legs are lifting, again holding one side at a time. And then doing our repetitions. All right, so you choose your side and hold that. So remember, having that nice tuck, beautiful. So what I just did there is I put my hand underneath just to double check to see if his back is nice and flat onto the mat itself. There might be a tiny, small, natural curve that comes in, but this is where you must learn the difference between a big curve and when you're losing that contraction. All right, let's do repetitions. So come back in. Yeah, there you go. Good. And don't worry about the coordination piece of it. Your hand goes forward instead of back, or you do the other hand or something like that. Don't worry about it. Move along, moving forward. Perfect. Good. Got 4 more to go. 2 and 1. Awesome. All right, bring it back. Put the feet down if you need a little rest, or if you like to challenge yourself. Of course, leave your feet up if you're more of an intermediate, or if you're just feeling like you have more high energy and more strength today. All right, and when you're ready there, Milty, let's bring the leg up, and we're going to hold on the other side. Beautiful. Let's pull the tailbone in just a little bit more, so lift the leg. Yeah, there you go. Kind of tuck under a little bit. Perfect, there it goes. So again, just adjusting as you need to throughout this hold. In 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring it back in, and let's go for our reps here. And if you're hearing, I'm hearing Millsies, I don't know if it's your knee or your hip. It's probably your hip, maybe. Oh, the knee, okay. So don't worry about the creaks and the cracks. As long as they're not painful, it's actually not a bad thing. It's called crepitus, which is just air or gas releasing out of the joint. So no worries, no fret there. Good. He's really using his breath, so that's excellent. Excellent. 2 more to go. And excellent job. All right, rest that out a little bit. All right, so next one, we're going to be doing a baby cobra with the same pelvic tilt that we did at the start with laying on our bellies. So now this might be a little bit difficult here for some of us to get or to understand. Okay, but you can also, if this is something that you really, any of this in this video, feel free to contact me through Samantha at strengthcounselling.ca or bugfitness7@gmail.com if you would like some advice or if you need to ask any questions about this. All right, so baby cobra with prone on the belly, pelvic tilts. So again, just using a little bit of time here, you can support the head just to lengthen the spine. the top of your feet are coming down towards the floor. So I really need you to press the top of the feet or the toenails into the floor as much as you possibly can. If you're wearing shoes, that's okay. Do the same thing. We're both wearing shoes. Okay, and then you're going to bring your hands back towards, just so that your elbows are maybe just slightly away from your shoulders. Okay, so from here, you're going to do that pelvic tilt. So pressing the tailbone down towards the heels this time where the belly lifts off. And now you're just going to lift the upper back. And we're going to hold that for 20 seconds. And we'll come down and to do our reps. So now the hard part of this is maintaining that pelvic tilt through this. So let's give it a go. So Millsy will, you can actually put the toe down if you like for that ankle. Yeah, and then he can put a little bit of pressure onto that toe if he feels like it. Or he's just going to put some more pressure onto his other foot, and that's fine. All right, so let's do that pelvic tilt. So tailbone down, beautiful belly lifts. And now you're going to lift the arms off, and same with the head. And then lift the upper back while maintaining that pelvic tilt. So we're trying to get out of the lower back here, and we're strengthening the upper back portion of our body. The head is nice and long, so Mills is going to look down just to the end of his mat. Perfect. So now he has more of a lengthened spine. We have 5 seconds to go. In 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, and we go for reps. So just making sure that you have that pelvic tilt before you start, and then lower back down. Good. Again, reset, pelvic tilt. So this one you'll probably need to reset after every single rep. Perfect, there you go, that was excellent, yes. Yeah, good. Good. Keep pressing those top of the feet down towards the floor. Of course, you'll see that Mildy has his lifted, but that's okay. Just an ankle injury, can't put too much pressure on it now, but he's doing what he can, and that's all we can ever ask, right? He's still getting the same idea. Beautiful, we got 2 more to go. And last one. Excellent job. Okay, our second exercise in this superset they're called is a hollow hold. So, turning this from a hollow hold to a hollow rock. So this is where it starts to get a little bit more tougher. Okay, so your hollow hold could be here in our dead bug. It could be here. It could be here. It could be here. It could be here. So there's lots of different options, lots of different variations. We're going to hold this hollow for 20 seconds. So again, pick a place where the tailbone can tuck underneath you. You feel really strong and solidified through that core. The head can also stay down if it's too hard for your neck. Don't worry about it, just focus on the legs and that core engagement. Hold for 20 seconds. As soon as we're done that, so wherever you are, you're going to just start to rock up and down. That would be 1, 2, 3, the variation, maybe you tuck in your knees, but do not allow the feet to touch the floor. All right, well, let's give this one a go. So pick your position, and here we go. Just hold it here. Just hold it, yeah. So 20-second hold to start. He's lengthening his head. Oh, please put it back down on the floor, right? He's seeing what works good for him. As long as you feel that beautiful core contraction, and you might start to shake near the end, which is excellent. In 3, in 2, and 1. Now we start our rocks up and down. So he's just going to start to get a little momentum. There you go, you can use the legs there. There you go, it's a little bit harder than, yeah, there you go, that's 1. Yeah. There you go, 2, 3, 4, 5, excellent, yeah, good, 6, 7, 8, oh, look at, there he's getting up, 9, don't touch the feet on the floor, 10, relax, nice. Actually, good thing we have another set, so he'll get another chance at doing that. You'll get another chance at doing that. All right, I make it look easy, don't I, sometimes? I've had lots of practice. All right, so let's start from the cobra. So we're going to lie on our bellies. Yep, belly time. Belly time, belly time. From that show Family Guy. peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. If you know what I'm talking about, that's awesome. If not, that's awesome as well, whatever. All right, cool. So let's go into it here. So pelvic tuck first. We're gonna hold and maintain that cobra lift. All right, hold that, lift the hands off the ground. There we go, cool. Perfect. Top of the feet, if you're not having an ankle injury, is placing on the floor. That just helps lengthen our body and our lower back better by pressing our legs onto the floor as much as we can. Good, nice breath. In 3, 2, and 1, lower down, and again we do our reps. So again, reset yourself, rise up into your cobra, and then bring it down. So inhale to lift, exhale to lower this time. Good. Excellent. Good. 7, there's 3 more to go. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, let's turn it around. Get back to your version of the hollow hold here. So challenge yourself to your best ability while still maintaining a strong, steady core. All right, in 3, 2, 1, pick your option. Here we go. Good, nice. So you may out there be able to do however many push-ups or you're feeling really strong, but when we do little things like this, you'll start to begin to realize that, oh wow, this is okay. My core maybe isn't as strong as I thought it was. When I started doing this, that was a surreal thing for me to know. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. We start our rocks. Yeah, good. So using that momentum. 1, 2, touch the feet on the floor. There you go. Nice, good. 3. Now he's got it. Now he's rocking and rolling. 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. Right on. High five. Woo! High five to the front as well. Excellent work. Okay, sweet. So we're going to be doing another form of exercises. This will be our last 2 sets. So then we're done. So that's not too bad. All right, so we're going to get into a side plank this time. So what Mills is going to do, normally I'm sure he would be on his feet, but since he has his ankle injury, he's going to just go onto his knees. So, but I will show you the 2 different versions. So Mills is going to be doing the version on the knees. So he's just going to keep his feet together. And now we're going to also pay attention to our shoulder. Okay, so the shoulder that's underneath us. So a lot of times what's going to happen is the shoulder is going to roll forward. So we're going to try to roll that back. So even before you lift, roll that shoulder back in a way, right? And have it like really in line with the elbow. Okay, so making space in between the top of your shoulder and your ear. Okay, so Millsy can put his other hand wherever it feels comfortable. I like it usually on top of my head or up like this. Okay, so from here, we're going to put some pressure into not only the elbow, but also onto the side of the hand right here, and all form of the forearm. So from here, hip dips, we're going to lift up. We're going to hold that for 20 seconds, roll the shoulder head back and down, and then we're going to lower. We won't touch the hip to the floor, and then we'll head back up. So we'll do the 20-second holds with 10 repetitions. So if you're a little bit more intermediate, you can bring your feet out like so, and again, being here. All right, but first let's head into the hold. So making sure that your knees are in line with your hips. So right now he's going to bring that back. Perfect. There we go. All right, so shoulder head now rolls back and down. Perfect. So you can even take your own hand there and kind of push it down and back, just like so. Okay, so now that should feel pretty steady and feel pretty good. And he's also going to turn his chest towards the video camera. You guys turn your chest towards us. Okay, so now he's going to lift up in his hips, putting pressure onto his knees and to his whole front of the arm. Beautiful, maintain that beautiful hold. And now the pelvic tilt slightly comes into play here. We want to be careful. We don't want to push our hips too far forward. We just want to have a nice, beautiful alignment. Beautiful, so just keep checking. Knees in line with hips, shoulders in line with hips. In 3, 2, and 1, down and up. Here we go. Yeah, so 1, and try not to touch the floor, so bring it back down. Good, and then bring it up. 2, don't touch the floor. 3, there it is, nice. 4, so now we're getting into the obliques a little bit. 6, you might not get through 10, and that's okay. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good, let's go to the other side.
Oh.
Ooh, good job. All right, so yeah, actually you face me, Mildy, that's great, so then they can actually see the back line of the body, which is a really nice added feature, so perfect. All right, so again, check in. Knees are in line with hips. Hips are in line with shoulders. This shoulder's rolling back and down. Perfect. All right, when you're ready, let's come up and hold for 20 seconds. Excellent. You got it. So as much as you can, push the chest open. So roll this other shoulder head back. Nice, while still maintaining that pelvic tilt. So try not to arch the back here. In 3, 2, and 1, we go into our reps. So lower down and up. There it is. Yes, beautiful. Nice, excellent. We have 2 more to go. Woo! Okay, excellent. We're going to go into a bird dog now. So we're going to get into a tabletop position. So wrists underneath shoulders and knees underneath hips. All right, so a bird dog. We're going to bring our right arm forward, followed by our left leg back. So this time I want you to push the heel back and the toes will come towards the floor. On the other side, you can have your toes either tucked or placed down, whatever gives you the best balance. So what normally happens here, this is not yoga. We are not going to extend our back. I do not want you to dip the belly down, but instead I want you to find that strength. Pull the rib cage in, lengthen that spine down towards your heel. And think length, not height. Okay, so you're pulling the body apart. Okay, but really gaining that length here. So again, we're going to hold for 20 seconds, and then, Mildy, if you just want to look up here, on your go, you're going to bring it in and up, while maintaining that pelvic tilt. So here, right, we're crunching in, we're going to round our spine a little bit. We are not going to extend the back, but instead, again, we're keeping that nice, strong contraction. All right, so let's give it a go. Good, nice. Yeah, perfect. So he found his alignment. Now hold. So he's going to try to straighten his leg to the best of his ability, which may still be bent, but that's okay. His hips are in line, which is excellent. What will tend to happen is that the hips will go out towards one side and open. As soon as that happens, you lose the core contraction, so don't lose that. In 3, 2, 1, let's pull knee to elbow and lengthen. So that's 1. And now let's try to keep the head in line here. So keep just looking at the top of your mat. Bringing the head down. Just a little. There it is. Good. 5. And 6. 7. 8. You can even squeeze the glute here as you extend the leg, which is really helpful in stability. And perfect, place everything down to the floor. And if you felt a little unstable there, perfectly normal, all good. Even if you fell over, that's all right too. All right, we'll go to the other side. If you have problems with your wrists and this is getting a little bit hard, you can just come onto the fist or maybe put some extra padding underneath your hands. All right, so when you're ready there, Millsy, let's extend the other side and we'll hold for 20 seconds. Find that nice, beautiful pelvic tilt. You have to do this leg.
This leg now?
Yeah, there you go, good. So that's why you felt like you were falling over. He was doing the same side. Good. All right, pelvic pelt. Good, yeah. Hips are in line. Perfect. And you also want to come out of this, of the standing hip, I guess you can call it, right? Where we're putting pressure in there. So think about lifting out of that hip. In 3, 2, and 1. Around the spine, pull everything into center, knee to elbow, extend. And here you might find that you're actually getting, you might feel more awkward on this side. Usually we start with the side that we're the least awkward on. So just keep that in mind. Have respect for your body, right? And just take moments if you need to just come down and reset yourself. Again, maintaining that beautiful, beautiful alignment and feeling strong. In 3. Good, we got 2 more. 2 and 1. Oh my goodness gracious. Can we start from the top with our side planks? All right, so one more set here, you guys. We will have a little booty killer right after this, and then we're done. Okay, so let's get onto our side. We're going to do the side plank hip dips. So yes, this one again. Feels good. We love our life here. Learn to love the burn. It hurts so good. All of my funny cliches that I like. All right, beautiful. Nice alignment. He set that up really, really well. He took his time. He made sure his knees are in line with his hips are in line with his shoulders, and vice versa. Beautiful. The shoulders roll back. Now I'm going to challenge you a little bit and press back into my hand with your head. Yeah, there you go. Good. Nice. So now his head is more in line. In 3, 2, 1. Lower the hips down and press yourself up. Now, if you need to take this hand and put it in front of you as some more support, that's okay to do. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got it. You got it. 9 and 10. Nice. Woo. Turn to the other side. Woo. All right. Knowing that this is your final set of these always really helps with that too. So keep that in mind. Remember, you can do anything one more time. All right, let's hold that. Perfect, nice, good. And right away, he pressed his head back. And now just suck the rib cage in just a little bit. So, but when he pressed his head back, his rib cage went out. Right, so all I've done is just pressed his rib cage back in. So just also be aware of that. There's a lot of little things that go into this, isn't there? In 3, in 2, and 1. Start the lower and start the lift. 1, perfect. You got it. Last 2. Right on, baby. Okay, bird dog, tabletop position. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Flying away like the bird and being happy and joyful like the dog, right? All right, we're gonna hold and maintain. Try not to arch the back, pull that belly button in. Nice, there we go. Even the tiniest, like it could be a millimeter of change, right? And that will make all the difference. Good, to maintain that breath. When it gets harder, I want you to focus on your breath more. In 3, 2, we pull knee to elbow, round the spine, press up through the shoulders, and extend, squeeze the glutes. Good, and if you feel a little unbalanced, it's okay, catch yourself in that moment, get that stability back, and then go for it again. Continue on. One thing is you don't want to lose control, okay? That's the one thing that we don't want, right? In our life, we can't control a lot of things, but this is something that we can and we have every intention of doing. We have one more rep. Extend, bring it in, and let it go. Nice. Let's do the other side. Other side. Here we go, baby. All right. Get that extension going, and beautiful. Hold that. Now also a lot of people will put a lot of weight onto the wrists. Here, so let's see if you can actually put it a little bit more into the upper back by maybe rounding the upper back a little bit, coming out of the wrist by squeezing the fingertips towards the floor as well. That will tend to help. And beautiful, let's bring knee to elbow. Nice, good, and remember, respect each side for what each side is able to do. You want to think of each side being like your children, right? Just because they're not necessarily equal doesn't mean you love them any less, right? Good, 2 more. And last one. And bring it to the floor. Woo! Okay, you are getting to the end here. We're almost finished. All right, so this one I absolutely love, 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 love. I actually got this from one of my good friends who is also in the industry. This is just a fabulous, fabulous work for your hips. And so lots of us say, oh, you know, my hips are sore. My hips are always sore. And we stretch and we stretch and we stretch and it's never enough, right? So this right here is a perfect strengthening exercise to combat hip problems. Okay, especially in the side of the glutes. We're going to get the side of the glutes working like mad. Okay, so we're going to lay on our side. Now I'm going to show you the whole routine, but we're just going to go about it as I tell you to. Okay, so from here we're going to lay down. Feel free to just get comfortable here. So you can have your head in your hand. Can't speak right now. Or else you can even just be here, could be completely relaxed, because what we're focusing on is the lower body. So both feet are going to flex like you're standing on your feet. Okay, so now again, the smallest differences make a big difference, right? So I'm going to press the heel down towards the wall where I'm looking, right? And again, we're making sure that my shoulders, my hips, and my ankles are in line with everything. Okay, so all we're going to do, hip width apart, you're going to lift the leg, and you're just going to hold and pretend that you're standing on the top leg. Okay, other foot is also flexed, but it's not contracting as much. And all we're going to do here is hold. We're going to be here for a couple of minutes. Okay, so we're just going to continue to reach and just maintain that. So now when we start to get tired, this might start to happen. You might start to lift the leg up, or it might start to lower. Okay, so I want you to keep an eye on that and make sure it doesn't. Once we're done there, we're not going to be done yet. You're going to squeeze the glute, keeping the leg straight as you can, and then you're going to bend it, bring it up, and then push down. Okay, we're going to do about 5 repetitions there, and then we're going to bring it up, knee in line with hip. That's really important. And then the leg, the ankle, is actually going to flex up a little bit. Okay, so not like crazy, nothing like this. Okay, but it's just going to, again, maintain a nice alignment with your knee. Okay, we're going to hold that, reaching the knee out away from the hip, and then finally, to end things off, after that's held, we'll hold that for about another 30 seconds, we're going to open up. And that will be about 10 repetitions. Then we'll let it go. We can smack it out, and we'll do the other side. 1 set only of each of those. All right. Are you ready, Nielsie?
No.
As ready as he'll ever be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Good. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of adjust him a little bit more. All right, so now this foot's going to flex. This leg can maintain to be straight if you can. Good. And then his arm is also being used as a little balancing act. Belly button pulls in, rib cage in. There we go. Good. Now hold that. So you might not feel anything right away, and you shouldn't feel anything right away, but the more and more that you hold this, Milsey, let's bring the leg down just a little bit. There we go, good. Now he's about hip width apart, so just make sure that you're always looking at that, you're always testing that, being mindful of that. Good, now Milsey, you're going to tell me when this you start to feel a burn here. So where we should be feeling this is in the side of the hip and a fan of glutes on the upper part of the glutes here. So right here, maybe a little bit in the back as well. Good. If you're not, again, just check your alignment. Bring the belly button inwards. Good. And how's this feeling, loving?
I can feel it a little bit now in the hips.
Okay, good. Excellent.
Or the glutes, a little bit this area.
Excellent. Good. And keep pressing. So I want you now to kind of press into my hand with your foot. Yeah, there we go. So just like we're standing on it, and we're kind of lengthening out that leg. So now this is where it's going to start to get hard, and now he's wanting to drop his leg a little bit, but I'm going to kind of place it back up for him. So this is where you're going to have to resist and to push through that resistance, right? So that's what our body needs to be able to get into these deep core muscles, especially at the side of the glutes. We need to be able to hold this and accept that burning feeling for a little while after that burning feeling starts. Yeah, try not to lower it. Okay, keep it going. We're going to do 3 more breaths. So 1, let it go. 2. Now he's not done yet, is he? No. So now he's going to squeeze without putting it down. We're going to squeeze the glute. We're going to, no, you're going to keep the leg straight, extend the hip, and then start to bend the knee now. And then he's going to bring it up and through. Up and through. There you go. Like that, and then push down. So that's 1. Bend the knee. Nope, come back first. Then bend the knee. Come through and push. 2. So I'm just going to have a little support for him, just so we can stay on track. Good, remember to extend first. Yeah, so here, extend here first. So head back, open up the hip, and then bring it through. There it is, yes, good. And remember to bring that knee up towards in line with your hip. So bring it up, up, up. Yes, there it goes. Good. We're going to do 1 more. Good, press it down. Let's do 1 more here, and then we're going to hold at the top. So bring it in. Now we're going to hold here. Hold. So now right here, his knee is in line with his hip. And now we're going to push his ankle in line with his knee, which is going to make it a little bit tougher. And he's going to feel this a lot. Yeah. Okay, the knee's got to lift a little bit. There we go. Good, keep maintaining that. We have 10 more seconds. Breathe more. So this should feel really, this should hurt so good. Hurting so good. Oh, don't drop it. In 3, 2, now we're going to open up the knee, just like so, and then we're going to bring it down. Keep it in line. I'm forcefully kind of keeping him in space here. He really doesn't want to do this. Keep it going. Open up. Open. There we go. There we go. We got it. Keep it up. Go. Good. I know. Ooh. Good. Keep it going. We have 5 more repetitions. Ooh. Keep that knee in line with the hip. Woo! There it is. Good. 3 more. Only 3 more. 3. Good thing we're only doing 1 set. 2 and 1. Woo! Pat it out. Shake it out. We got the other side to do, and then you're done.
Horrible.
That was a good one, wasn't it? I hope you felt what he felt. If you did, that's exactly what we want. That's what we're looking for. Okay, so now lay on the side of the glute that's been working. We'll do some taxing as well, but you just do your best. All right, so here we go. Good, so everything's in line. Using these couple of minutes just to focus, to press into the wall or into just like you're standing. Yeah. So it's very natural to feel it more now on this side because we are also laying on this side as well. Right? Yeah, so good. Give it a touch. Perfect. I like it. So touch is perfect. Since I'm not there with you to touch for you, it's good that what Mills is doing right here is he's actually kind of touching and just kind of massaging and making sure that that glute stays activated through this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You could have to do this one, but then I can't do it.
Okay.
Do so.
Is it your ankle?
Yeah. Ooh, touched it.
Oh, just when I touched it. Okay. Yeah. See, so sometimes it's good to not have someone touch you because they might not know. Okay, let's keep lifting. Good. So on the side also that feels the worst is probably the side that you need it the most. And actually this is Millsy's bad side because he's actually had a bunged up knee. He tore his meniscus. How many years ago was that now? About like almost 10 years ago now.
5 years ago.
Only 5 years ago?
2013.
2013, okay.
7.
And on the same leg, and same with his same ankle. We have 30 seconds to go. So keep going his best. So he's bringing it down, he's putting it up, but this is his really weak side, and this is the side that needs the most work and the most love. Right, so he's had lots of injuries on this side, left knee, now left ankle. So this just is a big signify to me that he needs a lot of work on this side and lots of strength. So we have 10 seconds. All right, beautiful. Now let's bring the leg back straight, so extend. And then bend the knee, bring it all the way up towards the hip. Good, push down. Good, let's do it again. Back, only doing 5 reps, and push down, good. So again, his leg is lowering quite a bit here, and he's gonna do his best to keep it up high. Good, press down. Now on this next one, we're gonna hold that lengthening. So the knee comes up towards the hip. So bend the knee, up towards the hip. Good, there it is. Now he's going to hold that for 30 seconds. Ankle in line with the knee if you can. There we go, good. Nice, perfect. Keep breathing. We have 10 seconds to go. And just think you are almost done, right? A little bit of, I don't want to say pain because it's, you know, it's a burning pain, it's a good pain.
Burning uncomfortable.
Burning uncomfortable, yes, perfect. And beautiful, open up the knee towards the ceiling and bring it down, 10 reps. Then you're done. 2, come on, fight for it. This is when we see results, is when we push past that struggle. This is when we see the best and the most effective results. Good, try to get the knee in line with the hip a little bit more, so bring it up, there it is, good, nice. Good, yes. In 3, in 2, and 1, place it down. Congratulations, he did it, you did it. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments about this video of what you saw today, let me know, and we'll take it from there. So, you feel good?
High 5, high 10.
High 10. High 10, you guys. Great job. Peace and love out there. We'll catch you on the flip side. Later.